What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Cinema Manual, where here in this channel we discuss everything cinema. And today I will be discussing the reason why I prefer shooting with the 100mm versus the 50mm. So let's roll the title sequence and let's get started. So welcome back to Cinema Manual. I'm your host Manuel. So if you haven't seen my first video on the top 5 mistakes that cinematographers do for weddings, be sure to check it out in the link below in the description. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and be sure to click the Be sure you click the Be sure you click the little bell icon below so that way you don't miss a single video. And be sure to check out our Facebook, which I'll post a link down below. And be sure to stalk us on Instagram. So today I am not going to be going over the specs of each of these lenses, but I want to give you guys my own personal take on why I prefer shooting with the 100mm macro. So I'm going to try to convince you guys why the 100mm macro is better than the nifty 50 for weddings. So to start off, I am holding the Zeiss 100mm Milvus. Now I absolutely love this lens. There's not one single thing I do not like about it. I guess you can say one downfall part that people I guess do not like about the lens is that it shoots only manual. Get it? Manual? Because you know the cinema... No? Hello darkness, my old friend. Okay, so anyway, so the reason why I get it that a lot of people love the nifty 50 is because that's what the human eye normally sees. Now, I'm not trying to bash the nifty 50. What I'm holding right now is the planar 50 by Carl Zeiss. So both lenses are absolutely beautiful. The 50mm goes to a 1.4. The 100 goes to a 2.0, which I'm not typically a fan of, but the depth of field is still superb. Yes, I get it. This one is absolutely superb over this one because it goes to a 1.4. But still, you guys, the thing is about the 100mm is the fact is you can get more shots. So check this out. Whenever you're using the 50mm, you can be able to get a lot of creative shots, right? When you're using the 100, it feels like that you can maximize all the shots that you want. Plus with the 100 macro is that you can get those tiny little detail shots that the 50 cannot. Now let me take a step back here for a second. Now, some lenses that are 50mm, they are macro. But let me tell you again why the 100 is still superb over the 100. You can probably get 5 more extra shots that you would not be able to get with that 50mm lens. You can be able to even duplicate some of the shots that the 50mm can do with the 50. All you gotta do is back up. The other upside about using the 100mm macro is that you can be able to get beautiful, awesome portraits without having to get so close to the subject. So let's say during the reception, right? You want to be able to get that first dance or the father-daughter dance, the mom-son dance. You want to be able to get those beautiful, awesome shots without having to get too close. Now, what I would do is I'll stick my assistant on the 50mm lens so that way she can be able to get those medium shots, but I will stick solely on the 100 macro. I can be able to maximize the shots that I want. Plus, whenever I'm shooting the reception, I have my lights set way in the far back in the distance during the reception. So when the light is bleeding towards the 100, you get this beautiful, awesome bokeh. It creates this beautiful, awesome lens flare that you can be able to get in there. Not saying you cannot get that with the 50mm, but for some reason, whenever I'm using that 100, beautiful. Pepsi. Now I want to show you guys a quick preview of a wedding I recently just shot. 90% of the entire wedding was shot only on the 100 macro. So have a look. Oh, okay, sorry. So that kind of proves my point. I will stick solely with this lens on a lot of projects that I do just because of the focal length and how close and how far I can still get with that nice good depth of field. So when I'm doing other events such as promo videos for DJ Tony Live, be sure to check out his videos in the description below. So you can see in the video that the 100mm is great for details. Once again guys, this is not to say that the 50mm cannot shoot details. But when you're using the 100mm macro, you can be able to get nice and up close on those really tight, small little objects such as the ring shots, onto the animals, ornaments, all that good stuff. I'm going to give you a quick example of how many shots I can get with just a 100mm macro. I will be using my good old friend, the Talking Parrot. You got anything you want to say to them?
Be sure to subscribe.
So you heard it from him, guys. I didn't tell him to say that. I guess he's just dedicated. There you guys have it. That concludes for today's video on the reason why I prefer shooting with the 100mm over the 50. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and be sure you comment below, and I would like to know which lens you prefer to shoot for weddings or basically any events. And be sure you guys stay tuned for the next video, because it's going to be my first segment of This Is Bull, and I know you guys don't want to miss out on that one.